Drishti IAS is pleased to revise its special program Mastering Mains Answer Writing, targeting answer writing in Civil Services Main Examination. We will be alternatively covering GS Papers 1, 2 and 3 through this program. For GS Paper 4, please watch our program Ethics, Definitions and Concepts. The link for it is mentioned in the description below. So what is the structure of the program? We begin by looking at a question, then narrow it down to the syllabus and assess the weightage of the topic. We learn on how to approach the question, structuring the answer, and then to write the actual answer. We finally conclude the episode by looking at questions asked in the previous year examinations. Let us see the question which we will be discussing today. What are Agriculture Extension Services and what are the main objectives of Agriculture Extension Services? Examine the role of technology in addressing the challenges associated with Agriculture Extension Services in India. The question can be narrowed down to important aspects of agriculture and e-technology in the aid of farmers, that is part of GS Paper 3. The importance of the topic over the years can be assessed from the graph displayed. Shifting towards how to approach the question. In general, there are two things we must understand with respect to a question: the underlying theme of the question and what is or are being asked about that theme. Now, let us look at the question again. What are Agriculture Extension Services and what are the main objectives of Agricultural Extension Services? Examine the role of technology in addressing the challenges associated with Agriculture Extension Services in India. The underlying theme of this question is Agricultural Extension Services. About this theme, we must discuss its objectives, challenges, and role of technology in addressing the issues associated with extension services. The command word of this question, examine, requires us to look closely and establish the key facts and relevant issues surrounding a topic, providing reasons as to why the above facts and issues are important, and explaining the different ways in which they could be construed. Moving towards how to structure the answer. The first part of the answer will be the introduction of the answer, which will include a brief description on Agriculture Extension Services. The second part of the answer, that is the body, includes objectives of Agriculture Extension Services, challenges associated with Agriculture Extension Services, and role of technology in addressing above challenges. Lastly, in our conclusion, we will suggest some measures to make ICT-enabled Agriculture Extension Services more beneficial. Now, we try to write the actual answer. But before we commence, we would like to make it very clear that the answer provided here is a representative answer. That is, how the actual answer may look like. It can be adapted or modified as per your own natural style of writing, whether paragraph form or short sentences or bullets or diagrams. We have also taken certain liberties with the word limit by including certain additional information in the answer for your comprehensive understanding. So, without much ado, let us write. Let us look at the question. What are the Agricultural Extension Services and what are the main objectives of Agricultural Extension Services? Examine the role of technology in addressing the challenges associated with Agriculture Extension Services in India. Agriculture Extension Services can be defined as the system of sharing information, knowledge, technology, skills, risk, and farm management practices all along the agricultural value chain. It enables the farmers to realize higher net income from their enterprise on a sustainable basis. In India, major agriculture extension services programs are implemented under the Sub-Mission on Agricultural Extension of the National Mission on Agricultural Extension and Technology. Other major players providing extension services are Krishi Vigyan Kendras, state agricultural universities, fertilizer cooperatives, and private enterprises like the ITC, etc. Now let us focus on the main objectives of agricultural extension services. The objectives include to transmit the latest technical knowledge to farmers, to provide feedback from farmers to extension officers, scientists on problems and constraints in agriculture, to enhance professional competence of extension functionaries, to strengthen linkage amongst farmers, extension officers and researchers, to motivate farmers for overall development. Challenges associated with agriculture extension services in India. One-size-fits-all approach. The public sector offers a one-size-fits-all approach to farmers. Thus, the information provided is supply-driven and not need-based or area-specific. Passive role of farmers. Farmers, especially small and marginal farmers, have a passive role to play, but their considerations are often not taken into account. Limited participation of private sector. Private sector extension remains limited due to focus only in certain areas where profits can be assured. Insufficient funds. There is disproportionately insufficient allocation of funds to the agriculture extension services vis-a-vis other agriculture-related sectors. Issue with functionaries. Government staff is often overburdened with the mandate of implementing other state and centralized schemes. It leads to low levels of outreach. Connectivity issues. Low internet penetration and mobile connectivity hampers decentralization of agricultural extension. Poor quality of services. Many players in the agriculture extension arena function without adherence to specific standards or certification of quality. Role of technology in addressing above challenges. Providing real-time information to farmers. ICT can reach many farmers directly and in a cost-effective manner. It ensured by giving access to timely, reliable and relevant information pertaining to complexities such as climate change, limited water availability and input use, etc. Public radio and TV programs. They can be used to reach farmers on a large scale. For example, Kisan Channel on Doordarshan telecasts agriculture-related programs and disseminates knowledge about extension services. Mobile phones. They can be utilized to collect and disseminate advisory and market information such as prices and location. Example, Kisan call centers respond instantly to solve issues of farmers on their phones in 22 local languages. Web portals. Online platforms can provide opportunities for information sharing and linking with other stakeholders. For example, Farmers Portal, where farmers can access information on crop insurance, storage, market prices, etc. Another example is eChopal, which uses the internet to procure agricultural and aquaculture products directly from farmers. Reduction of human interface. It can also solve the issue of inefficiency related with manpower while delivering services to farmers. Shifting to the last part of our answer. The last part will include measures to make ICT-enabled agriculture extension services more beneficial. It should be noted that the success of ICT adoption is dependent on the knowledge of farmers on how to use devices and navigate the internet. The role of the private sector, civil society and farmers groups in extension needs to be urgently and specifically delineated. The state can shift from being a major provider to an enabler of suitable access to agricultural technologies, especially for resource-poor farmers. Innovation networks permitting free two-way flow by ideas and technologies must be designed and implemented to capture the rich data banks of local knowledge available in different parts of the country. The agricultural extension services mainly concentrated on strengthening the agricultural system by empowering farmers in terms of health, education, livelihood, and income. Further, web portals, e-learning, and text-based SMS messages are mostly useful only for literate farmers. Thus, it is pertinent to ensure that farmers are well trained and equipped prior to provisioning of ICT-enabled agriculture extension services to them. Now we look at the questions asked in the previous year examination. In 2019, the following questions were asked. How far is the integrated farming system helpful in sustaining agricultural production? Elaborate on the impact of National Watershed Project in increasing agricultural production from water-stressed areas. How has India benefited from the contributions of Sir M. Vishwesharaya and Dr. M. S. Swaminathan in the fields of water engineering and agricultural science, respectively? In 2018, the following questions were asked. What do you mean by the minimum support price? How will MSP rescue the farmers from the low-income trap? Assess the role of the National Horticulture Mission in boosting the production, productivity, and income of horticulture farms. How far has it succeeded in increasing the income of farmers? In 2017, the following questions were asked. Explain various types of revolutions took place in agriculture after independence of India. How these revolutions have helped in poverty alleviation and food security in India. How do subsidies affect the cropping pattern, crop diversity, and economy of farmers? What is the significance of crop insurance, minimum support price, and food processing for small and marginal farmers? In 2016, the following questions were asked. Discuss the role of land reforms in agricultural development. Identify the factors that were responsible for the success of land reforms in India. Given the vulnerability of Indian agriculture to vagaries of nature, discuss the need for crop insurance and bring out the salient features of the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. In 2015, the following questions were asked. Livestock rearing has a big potential for providing non-farm employment and income in rural areas. Discuss suggesting suitable measures. In view of the declining average size of land holdings in India, which has made agriculture non-viable for most farmers, should contract farming and land leasing be promoted in agriculture? Critically evaluate the pros and cons. In 2014, the following question was asked. There is also a point of view that agriculture produce marketing committees set up under the state acts have not only impeded the development of agriculture, but have also been the cause of food inflation in India. Critically examined. And in 2013, the following questions were asked. What are the different types of agriculture subsidies given to farmers at the national and at state levels? Critically analyze the agricultural subsidy regime with reference to the distortions created by it. Establish relationships between land reforms, agricultural productivity, and elimination of poverty in the Indian economy. Discuss the difficulties in designing and implementation of agriculture-friendly land reforms in India. With this, we conclude today's episode of Mastering Mains Answer Writing. Until next time, stay safe and thank you. To watch our videos in Hindi, subscribe to our Hindi YouTube channel, Drishti IAS.